everybody. Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us here today for another exciting milestone here at South Coast Health, the ribbon cutting for our new postpartum maternity unit here at St. Luke's. Healthy families make for healthy communities. Delivering care and supporting the whole family is part of our mission here at South Coast Health. It's part of our unwavering commitment to patient-centered healthcare. And as the only provider of maternity services in the region, it's of the utmost importance that we're here to do that. So I'm especially proud of our postpartum unit. It's part of a $13.5 million commitment that we made to improving services here this past year at South Coast. It's also an integral part of our Women and Children's Care Center, a vital part of providing patient-centered care to women in the South Coast region. Our local families deserve to welcome their newborns in a state-of-the-art and comfortable caring place. I'm sure that you'll agree that this new unit at St. Luke's will exceed that expectation when you have a chance to go and visit it in just a few moments. Our efforts to enhance the quality of care for families started with our work with Boston Children's Hospital just 2 years ago. Boston Children's, one of the top children's hospitals in the world, provides care and services here to children at St. Luke's, both in our emergency department, in a dedicated pediatric space, as well as in our inpatient unit here at St. Luke's. Patients and their families frequently tell us how delighted they are with the experience they have, knowing that they can count on a Boston Children's physician to be here 24 hours, 7 days a week, working alongside their own pediatricians right here at the hospital. So today, we are unveiling phase 2 of a 4-phase renovation project. Our new postpartum unit contains 16 private rooms. Based on our patients' feedback, we hope these private rooms will meet their desire for privacy while enhancing their family's experience and comfort. And as you'll see when you go upstairs, all of these rooms are larger than a typical hospital room. And they're larger so that patients and their families can enjoy this important time in their lives together. We've renovated our Level 2 nursery. Our Level 2 nursery is a neonatal intensive care unit that's staffed by physicians from Women and Infants Hospital. It's a place where we care for premature and ill infants, and the unit was specifically designed to be close to the postpartum unit so moms could be close to their babies. It offers more space around each infant's bedside and has plenty of room for the equipment that's necessary to support those infants at such a crucial time. We've also made accommodations for space that support this model of patient-centered care that includes overnight accommodations for a partner or a family member, dedicated space for families to meet with social services or to have screening hearings, lactation services, or maybe a consultation with a neonatologist prior to coming in to deliver their child. We know that even under the best of circumstances, a complication can turn a happy routine matter into a life-threatening experience. But we want our patients to rest assured that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, St. Luke's offers full-service operating rooms staffed by qualified surgeons and anesthesiologists, highly skilled perioperative nursing teams, and critical care staff that can make the difference between a life-threatening complication and a positive experience. So we know that moms, they have a choice when it comes to deciding where it is that they want to have their babies, and we want them to choose and recommend our hospitals with complete confidence. We want them to know that they could choose St. Luke's with confidence, not because we have a beautiful new unit, and you'll see that momentarily, but because we provide the highest possible quality of care and pay attention to each and every detail. All these upgrades mark major investments that we have made in the greater New Bedford community, fostering access to high-quality health care for residents throughout the South Coast region. But this is really only part of the story. It's only part of what we're doing to enhance the care and experience to mothers and their children. We have recently recruited into our South Coast Physician Group practice 3 additional highly skilled obstetrics and gynecology physicians and 2 certified nurse midwives who opened a practice right around the corner from here on North Street. With us here today is Dr. Emily Sisic, Dr. Uma Hari, and Dr. Veronica Del Riccio, right in the back. Okay, just want to wave a little bit. Thank you. They're also joined here today with our certified nurse midwives, Christine Pereira and Leslie Warren, and our practice manager, Diane Lambert. Do you guys also want to wave? So we're excited about all the things that we're doing to broaden our Women and Children's Care Center to care for the total needs of families within our region, but we're also very excited and honored to welcome new babies into a healthy, safe, high-quality environment that's close to home. It's another example of our commitment to serving the healthcare needs of families in our community. So we hope to have you all back in 2015 when we open up the final 2 phases of this project, and that will include a new labor and delivery suite with dedicated labor and delivery rooms, 3 dedicated triage and labor rooms, 2 brand new operating rooms that support our program, and a new unit that will provide space for recovery, as well as additional postpartum beds and beds for women undergoing gynecological surgery. So simply put, and to summarize, we want you to choose South Coast to have your baby here. We want your family to grow with us here in the South Coast region. We'll offer you world-class care in a caring setting, and we'll be dedicated to making your experience a memorable one. I'd now like to introduce to you Dr. Patrick Nugent to come up and say a few words. Dr. Nugent joined us a year ago as our Chief of Obstetrics and Gynecology, and he's played an integral role over the past year in expanding services and access to care in New Bedford and beyond. So, Dr. Nugent.
Well, thank you. I just want to echo what Keith says. I'm so excited about being here as the chairman, and also the fact that you guys are here to open up this new unit for us. I've been doing this for quite a long time, and it's all about the infrastructure. So the infrastructure here at South Coast is wonderful. As Keith said, with Children's Hospital being here, the people from Women and Infants, Maura Coyle, and the perinatologist guiding us along. So we have great infrastructure. So much that over the last year, South Coast has won an award. It's called the Health Grades Award, and we're the only hospital in Massachusetts to win that award. It puts us in the top 10% of the country for safety for moms and babies in terms of their before and after delivery. So we're the only hospital in Massachusetts to win this award, and I'm very honored that our staff has got that. And there was only one award winner in Rhode Island. So that infrastructure and that safety and quality is so important. It's funny, the patients, when I make rounds, they say, I've always had great care at St. Luke's, but now I don't want to leave because it's such a beautiful facility. So besides that great infrastructure, we have this beautiful facility. And I've been in some nice facilities. This is probably the best I've ever worked with. The team is a high-functioning team. So what's better than that? And to be in New Bedford, it's such a gem for the community, for the mothers and babies. So I'm honored to be here. I echo what Keith says. Thank you for coming here to celebrate with us. It's all about the team, it's the infrastructure, and now you see this facility today, which is wonderful. So thanks for being here for the ribbon cutting. I look forward to giving people tours, and thanks for your support. And I think it's going to be a great thing for the women and children in the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nugent. We're also honored to have with us here today members of our elected officials who have joined us. We have Mayor Mitchell from New Bedford. We have the Honorable Congressman Bill Keating, Representatives Tony Cabral and Paul Schmidt. So I'd first like to ask Congressman Keating if he would like to come to the podium to say a few words on behalf of the federal delegation. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, Keith. I can't help but look at some of the infants that are here and what we're celebrating today and think back. It just struck me that in our whole lives, all of us here know where we were born. As parents, we know where our children were born. And that stays with us our whole life when we're in discussions with people and telling about family life. That's how important the maternity process is and the hospital that you're at is. And in the federal level right now, we're trying to do dual tracks, and this is an example of both of those dual tracks. We are working in terms of trying to expand access to health care, but at the same time, improve the quality of health care. And it's working. There were those that said we couldn't do the two things at the same time, but as you look across the country, and it's today, as we look right here at St. Luke's, it's happening. With the postpartum unit that's there, the quality of that, the privacy now that's there with the maternity unit is so important. And then with the nursery capacity that's there to involve the whole family in that. I come from a generation probably where most of us remember, or don't remember, but we're told when we were born that our mothers were there giving birth and our fathers were down the street handing cigars out somewhere. Well, that era is gone. Giving birth is a family process now, and we have the facilities here to give first-class treatment because of the affiliations with Boston Teaching Hospitals and the finest healthcare systems in the world, and the access right here in New Bedford, and the environment where families work together. And I've read studies, too, that have said when you have that setting and that family environment, the outcomes, the healthcare outcomes are affected as well. So this is important clinically as well as aesthetically. So it's also, and Mayor Mitchell will comment on this, it's just one more example of what's happening in New Bedford, in our region. There's a real renaissance going on. We're moving forward, and to have a first-class hospital with now this first-class maternity area is just one more example of doing that. So I want to congratulate you, Keith. It's a major investment, but it's something that I think is such an asset to our entire region.
We want to thank Congressman Keating for being an advocate for the South Coast region and for healthcare providers throughout the region. Bill, we appreciate your support very much. We'd now like to invite up to the podium Representative Tony Cabral. Tony, I think you're just going to say a few words on behalf of the delegation.
Good morning. I invited my colleague. He does represent a little piece or a little strip of the north end, so we let him in on all these things. So that's Paul Schmidt from Westport. Yeah, a little bit of New Bedford. Well, I'm delighted to be here and join this event today because South Coast Health really is an important institution, an important organization in this community. It is the number one private employer in New Bedford. Okay, not only in the South Coast, but in New Bedford. So that's important. It's important, the commitment that this organization has to this community, to this neighborhood, which I live in this neighborhood where St. Luke's is. And today, the unveiling of this phase 2 of this project really shows the commitment that this organization has, or this facility, St. Luke's in particular, but South Coast Health has, for the families of New Bedford, for the families of Greater New Bedford, and for the families of South Coast. This is a first-class place. And I had a wonderful experience about, next month is going to be 6 years now, in this facility where my daughter was born. And I was here, and I can tell you just by the photos that this enhances that experience to every family that's going to be here delivering their baby. This is not just about mothers and kids or children, it's about fathers too, because as Congressman Keating talked about, it is really a family occasion, as it was not the case many, many moons ago. So as a dad, I appreciate this commitment that South Coast Health has to the families, to the parents, and to the children of this community. So I'm looking forward to come back 2015 and celebrate with you, the rest of the renovation, the upgrade to this particular unit. So thank you very much for your commitment, for your vision, and for your commitment to this community as well. And that's important. So on behalf of those that I represent in the city of New Bedford, I know if they all could be here, all 42,000 of them would be saying, thank you, thank you. Paul, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Tony. So whether you live around the corner or as far away as Westport, You recognize how critical South Coast Health is to our community, both for its well-being and health care that it brings, as well as for the economic activity. And it's just an honor to be part of this, and we thank you for what you bring to the community. Thanks to all of you who are part of this wonderful organization. Thank you.
I also wanted to recognize Consular Dana Ribeiro, who's here with us this morning. Sorry, I got my back to you before. Finally, to say a few words, we're going to ask another one of our neighbors, an agent for change in New Bedford, somebody who's working hard to bring new opportunities to this city, Mayor Jon Mitchell, to come up and say a few words.
Well, good morning, everyone. We're here to celebrate really a remarkable transformation and modernization of this facility. I mean, I have seen the pictures, and let me tell you, as someone who was born here, it's a lot different from that big day that I remember well. No, it is remarkable, and times have changed. And you know, when you think about what it was like a generation or two ago for an expectant mother to enter an emergency room or maternity ward, we look. The families are different, healthcare is different, and society is different. Gone are the days when, the doctor spanks the kid on the baby to make sure that the kid is fully alert. Gone are the days when you have a single obstetrician delivering half of the city's babies. I was delivered by Dr. Buckley, and I think for folks here who are in the audience, and probably many of you were as well, he delivered literally thousands of kids in greater New Bedford over many years, and it was true of other physicians who preceded him. And gone are the days, of course, where fathers sat out of the delivery room and handed out cigars to their friends upon hearing the good news. And I'm sure, as part of this project, Bill Burns strongly suggested a humidor as part of the new facility, but it was properly rejected. But it really does. It really does speak to the pursuit of excellence on the part of South Coast Health Systems. There is, which is so important to our community. There is no successful metropolitan area in America that doesn't have a successful health system. It is a cornerstone of economic development and a high quality of life. We're pleased today to say that South Coast Health Systems is all about excellence, about being fantastic, about delivering a high quality service to every resident that comes through those doors. And so we're very proud of your leadership, Keith, and the board's leadership in making Dr. Nugent's leadership in making this happen today. South Coast Health Systems is a big part of Metro New Bedford, a big part of making us a successful area, a successful region, and we look forward to the next phase. We look forward especially to families who emerge from here and say, you know what, my kid got a strong start, and that's what it's all about. Thanks, everybody.
So we'd now like to invite you to follow our marketing and public relations staff up to the third floor, where we'll have an opportunity to take you through and show you the work that we're unveiling today. Thanks for joining us.
Are we ready? 1, 2, 3.
environment is very calming, and we have all of our medical things are hidden behind. So when we need them, they're readily available on both sides. We have a lot of things that are hidden, but if we need them, they're available so that we can kind of create that home-like environment. The couch is a pull-out. We have the ability to pull this out and flip it over. For someone to lay down on. And we also, each
great,
room
huh?
has a refrigerator, so if family wants to bring in some
what
special
we can walk home.
food, ice
There we
cream,
can walk home.
champagne,
We'll go.
storage. There's also a work area for a significant other bringing their laptops in if they want to continue
that's
to work.
terrific.
That's
It's all dead.
Yeah.
Fit on here.
Yeah, so it's
That
very
is nice,
comfortable.
yeah.
And then each of the
Makes me wanna have
bathrooms
more
are,
kids.
the showers have shampoo, conditioner, body wash,
Oh.
so that just, they go in the shower, they have everything they need. And everything, all the rooms are very similar. We'll take a walk around, we'll show you the level 2
They're not
nursery.
rooms, they're suites.
They're suites.
So internet access, I can
Yes.
testify, is very important in the maternity ward, because in the delivery room, if you're a father, if you're a set of parents who have not picked out a name before you got in there, that's key. Those
right.
top, most popular name sites come in really handy.
So as we go down this hall, it's just, again, more of the private rooms, postpartum rooms on this side. And then as we go up, and behind me is the nurseries, but we'll circle around and we'll look inside there. But you'll notice we don't really have babies in the nursery. We do mother-baby couplet care, so they stay together.
Yep.
So then as we come around the corner, here's our nurse's station.
Hi, how are you?
Staff
This is where the action
stairs
is.
now.
Nice. Nice to meet you, Beth.
Great.
And then the area that you liked so much is now a nourishment area. So families can come, get juice, toast, bagels, fruit, things like that.
Nice, I like that area.
Yeah. And there are more rooms down there, but we're gonna swing around. I'll have you take a look at our level 2 nursery. The isolation nursery, I believe. Yes. And again, if we had a baby that we needed to isolate for any reason, we have the
Chickenpox, something like
opportunity,
that.
to do that. And again, we tried to create the same, homey environment with the pictures, chairs for the family as well. If you want to just take a peek, you can see. We tried to keep the same theme. Again, we're using a little bit of it for storage, but a baby could potentially be there, but then there's chairs for the family to be part and to be in the room with the baby.
The flu is unpredictable and can be serious, even for healthy people. A flu vaccine is your best protection. Who needs to be vaccinated against the flu? You. Protect yourself, your friends, and your family. Get a flu vaccine. For more information, www.flu.gov.